Hi, I'm Iden Myers. Today I will be talking to you about my indigenous innovation, and I chose the kayak. The kayak was used then and it's still used now. So to me, it was pretty cool to see an innovation that's still used today. So I use this. My roommate Cooper is here. He's gonna be asking me a few questions about it. Cooper,
Hi, Iden.
ask away.
So, who made the kayak?
The Inuit people made the kayak. They're people from the North Arctic region of the world. They are from like the Alaskan, northern Canada, Greenland area. Is where they're from.
Okay, and do you know why they made it?
They made it for hunting and to get resources to hunt for their food. Obviously back then, you're not even just go to a grocery store. You have to go get your stuff. So they made it, and actually kayak actually means hunter's boat is what it translates to. So they didn't make it just to kind of mess around with. They made it for life. They needed it for life to get their food and to travel in the northern regions. It's not like there's a lot of land, and if it is, it's cold. So they were able to kind of travel the waters, and it's a lot faster to travel the water than it is land.
Okay, and how was the kayak made?
It was made by so in the Arctic region, resources are very hard to come by. So they use from various materials like driftwood to animal bones. They used stretched seal skin to make it waterproof. They used various other animal skins to make them waterproof. It was driftwood and animal bones, but it's all the materials they could grab. Like in the Arctic region, it's not like the materials are a surplus with how cold it is. That, and even when they got into the kayak, they had seal skins, other animal skins to have clothing that is waterproof too, to keep them warm.
Okay, that sounds pretty cold in the Arctic region. Yeah. So how has it really changed over time, the kayak?
The kayak has changed over time. The design of the kayak has not changed very much at all, but it's the purpose. So the purpose of the kayak when it first started was for hunting, for traveling from lands. They needed it for life. They needed to hunt their fish, to hunt their animals. They used it every day. Nowadays, it's a lot more used for recreational use, not so much of needing it, but more for fun. Is the best way I can put that.
Yep. That makes sense. You go to the lake, you see people kayaking and whatnot. So, why is the kayak still important for natives present day?
It's important to Inuit people to keep their culture alive. Like using reservations in Native American tribes here, they have powwows, they have a lot of things like that to keep their culture alive, to keep that knowledge alive. That's exactly what it was for the Inuit people with their kayaks. But nowadays, teaching the younger people, the younger generations of how to build a kayak, how to use a kayak, it just keeps their knowledge and it keeps their history and heritage alive today. Just kind of how other places have powwows, other places have other things they do. That's the Inuit people. That kayak is how they reach their ancestors. They keep that knowledge and their history alive.
Okay, so the kayak building, that's kind of like a tradition that's passed on down to
it's something that's in the Inuit tribe. That's part of their culture. It's part of who they are. Is the kayak.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And I know we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but how is the kayak used differently present day than how it was in the past?
So, like I said kind of earlier, it is made has not very changed at all. It's pretty much built the same, obviously with different materials, but the dimensions, everything's pretty much built the same, but it's how it's used. Like then, it's a hunter's boat. They used it for life. They needed it for life. Without the kayak, who knows what the Inuit people would be today. But since they made it, it's part of their life. It's part of their culture. It's part of their heritage. It's they needed in life. Nowadays, it's used for fun, recreational use, like going out with your buddies on the lake, going fishing off of it, and stuff like that. Like I know a lot of people. I'm from Chamberlain area with the river. A lot of my friends have kayaks. They just go paddle around the river just to have fun. Not so they don't actually need it. It's just more for fun, recreational use.
Yep. So I think that kind of just covers all the questions I had for you.
All right. You don't have nothing else that you need to ask?
No. That's kind of. I think that just sums it all up.
All right, perfect. Well, in conclusion, the kayak is used in many different ways nowadays versus back then it was used for life. They needed it for life. With the kayak invention and the innovation of it, honestly really intrigues me back then of how smart and how intricate they thought of these things. Like the kayak, like I would have never thought of that back then nowadays, but then they needed it and it was a great use of tool to be able to travel the lands quickly, softly, fast, without having it be such a big ship like other places have. It honestly teaches you the knowledge and understanding and the creativity that the Native Americans had back then when they were very limited on the resources that they had.